Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. Let's do a purchase a pass. Let's talk about new makeup releases and ask the question, will I buy it? I would love to know what your thoughts are about these new releases. So as they pop up, let me know what your thoughts are. First thing on my list is something new from Jones Road. I literally this close to purchasing. I might still, but I think I'm going to pass. But there are new lipsticks. It's called the Classic Lip from Jones Road. It's a lightweight pigmented lipstick with a satin finish. It features peptides and vitamin E, and it's available in 12 shades. And the shades are supposed to be the type that never go out of style. And part of me loves the idea of having a classic shade, but as I was looking through them, there was nothing that really jumped out and really grabbed me by the lapels other than the red. And if you know me, I'm a sucker for a red lip, and I have so many red lipsticks, it would be wrong of me to get another. I think the colors are beautiful. I think if you are looking for the sort of lipstick that you could wear every single day and have it be like your signature shade, this might be perfect. I do love that it's a satin formula because as we get older and as our lip line matures, sometimes having a little bit more moisture is just that much more flattering. So I think the formula is going to be fantastic. I just don't know that any of these shades are calling out to me. They're $30 each, but I would like to know what your thoughts are on this. All right, we finally know what is new from Pat McGrath for this holiday. There's like a huge collection. I'm just going to focus today on the new Nirvana eyeshadow palette. It's called Gilded Nirvana. It has 12 shades. Two of them are cult classics, 10 are brand new shades, and they are sparkly, very holiday, very much glitter on the eye. Now, the last several years, I picked up some Pat McGrath for holiday, and I don't ever really find myself reaching for it. And since I don't find myself reaching for it, I'm like, why would I purchase this? Now, is it beautiful? Yes. Does it look exciting? Yes, but I don't normally have that many holiday parties to go to, and the ones that I do go to are very chill and laid back, and I would be the only one gilded to like the ceiling. So I feel like this is for a different sort of person. Maybe somebody who lives in a bigger city, somebody who has more social engagements than I do. I live in the Pacific Northwest in a very, very rural town where, our idea of something exciting is like, oh, did y'all hear when sirens went off the other night? Like it's small town. So I don't know that this is for me, but it certainly is beautiful. There's a lot of other things in the collection, but that's the one thing that I think is kind of the anchor piece for all of it, and they're available on the 26th. All right, looks like Valentino has some new blushes. It's supposed to be a versatile, silky, soft powder blush that delivers a buildable, high purity color with a radiant finish. All right, so it has color enhancing pearls in it. It's supposed to have a lightweight feel and wear up to 12 hours with no smudging. It's $43, and there are only 5 shades. Okay, now I do love me some Valentino, and this instantly pulled me in. I was like, oh, they look so pretty. But I think there might only be 1 or 2 shades, like the two towards the bottom, the red and more the coral shades, that would work well for a wide range of skin tones. I feel like some of the softer shades are definitely more for fair to kind of light medium skin tones, and I feel like we could have had a little bit more diverse release. I do like the packaging. I think they look lovely. I don't know, like I have been buying so much blush recently, so much blush that it would be okay. I'm gonna have to say I'm just gonna skip blush for the moment. I just can't see myself getting this, although it does look really pretty. I think I'm gonna pass, but let me know, is this on your list? Lisa Eldridge is going to, and I don't know what the delay is, launch the new Architect Brow Pencil. And it's a micro precision 2-in-1 refillable pencil. I like that she's refillable, that sculpts while drawing single hairs to create a tailor-made, naturally sophisticated look. Okay, but guess what? It's $41. I don't know if I've ever paid $41 for a brow product. Now, I'm a sucker for Lisa Eldridge. love everything I have from the brand. There's very few things that aren't like my first pick if I'm going to go and create a full face. Like, I love Lisa's products so much, and so many of them are hero products for me that I certainly will try this. But that $41 price point, it's very steep. And I'm hoping it's because the component is very well made and the refills are going to be significantly less. But I'm very interested to try this. I think there's only 5 shades. I'm very curious to see what the angle of the pencil is like. It looks very much like a thin dash as opposed to something that's round or oval. That looks interesting to me, but it has a spoolie on the other end. But this is something that I'm most likely going to get. But I know that she was going to release it earlier this month, and there was a hiccup, and for some reason, don't know what, and I don't know when it's going to be coming. All right, I'm looking at the new holiday collection from Lancome. Oh, this is so pretty. All right, it's called the Pink Collection, and they have the Great Minaudier palette, which is limited edition. There are 2 lipsticks included in this, so you get 4 eyeshadows, a blush, and 2 lipsticks in the Minaudier compact. And then there is also the Adventurous palette that has 4 eyeshadows and a blush. And then there are some lipsticks, one of their Juicy Treat lip oils. Looks like they also have a blush stick. I don't know that Lancome currently has blush sticks, so I wonder if this is kind of like what we might be seeing from them in the future. There's also a round compact there that, as I'm scrolling through photos, I never get to see what's on the inside of it, and I don't really see it described anywhere. And I want to know what's in the round compact. It looks so pretty. Okay, I am planning on picking up the holiday box from Lancome, and I'm hoping that these holiday products will be on sale when I go to do that, because it's always a purchase with purchase. So I will be able to purchase the holiday box, the big box, if I make a previous purchase of a certain amount. And I'm hoping I'll be able to pick up these products, or at least some of them. The one that I'm really interested in, first of all, I gotta know what's in the brown compact. But I'm more interested in the palette that does not have the lipsticks in it, that has 4 eyeshadows and a blush. I've seen those palettes in previous years and they just look so beautiful, and I've never picked one up, and this might be the year that I do. So I'm hoping I'll be able to do that. If not, there's always stuff that I like to pick up from Lancome. I really feel like Lancome is making, like, they're turning the ship around. For the longest time, I used, like in the 90s and early 2000s, I was a huge Lancome fan. I was almost brand exclusive from skincare all the way through makeup. And I feel like recently they've been releasing some things that have caught my attention again. I'm very excited to see what's coming from Lancome, because things that they have been releasing really do feel like it's innovative again for the first time in a long time. I feel like the lipsticks might still be the same, but I love that they're coming out with new formulas, with things that are completely different. All right, something new from Charlotte Tilbury for holiday. It's been a while since we've seen an instant look in a palette, and we have 2 color stories for the holidays. These have 3 eyeshadows with them, a setting powder, a bronzer, and some blushes, and I think just blushes. Yes, 2 blushes, a bronzer, a setting powder, and 3 eyeshadows. These look actually really pretty. They're $69. If I recall correctly, that's the price they were the last time there was an instant look in a palette for the holidays, which was, I think, a couple years ago. I don't think we got one last year. But these are supposed to come out on the 25th. I don't know that I'm instantly going to be grabbing one of these, but they do look really pretty, and I'd be curious to know if you are. All right, here is something that I'm having to talk myself out of because I love pretty things, and nobody does pretty holiday packaging better than Guerlain. I really think they have some lovely, lovely things. They have a new eyeshadow quad. They have the meteorites, and the meteorites, so instead of all being little spherical pearls, the little yellow ones are pressed like stars. I mean, that right there just like got me, and it made me think of the Little Prince. And I was like, oh, but maybe and I was like, no, last time you had meteorites, you didn't use them. You didn't use them. But the lipstick packaging is beautiful. Now, there is something else here. They have 2 different cases. I don't know if both cases are going to be available in the United States. I'm hoping they are. Not that I need any more Guerlain lipsticks, but the first case you're seeing in the photos with the pearls and the eyeshadow quad. let me show you the other lipstick case. They have a limited edition lipstick case with 3 lipsticks that can go in there. And this is the Tale of Stars set. And you can choose one of 3 shades. It says it's available in Asia in October. Hoping also it comes to the US. I don't know. I'm trying not to talk about releases that are not coming to the US or that say that they're only in Europe or they're only in Asia right now. I don't want to talk about those. I want to talk about what I know for sure is going to be released here in the States. But when I saw this, I was like, oh, it's too pretty not to talk about. So cross your fingers because this would be something. I love me one of the pretty Guerlain lipstick cases. This is last year's holiday one. And it's a red lipstick all blinged out. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself. So I don't know. This might not be like the first thing you want to grab for in your handbag, like something that has these pokey edges to the stars, but it's just so pretty. Anyway, okay, let's talk about Dior. Dior's holiday collection is also going to be available. They have blushes, they have lipsticks, they have quints, and then they have some other palettes that look very, very different. They also have a highlighter, eyeliners, dual end lip lacquers. There's just a ton of stuff, nail polish. But the Dior quints look really, really pretty. I am not a purple eyeshadow gal, although purple eyeshadow always looks great with brown eyes. I always end up looking like I got punched in the eye. I can never get purple eyeshadow to work that well for me, but the other one that's a little bit warmer and has more of a kind of like a strawberry lean to it is very pretty. Probably not going to pick that up. The larger eyeshadow palettes, those are not as exciting to me. One of them looks like it has lipsticks in it. I don't know what that is. It has like the quint in the middle and then 2 individual pans on either side, and then across the bottom, right before you get to where the brushes are being held, are 4 individual pans of what look like lipstick. And I don't know for sure. As I'm zooming in here, it just gets grainy. So I can't tell what it is. But then there's another eyeshadow palette that is 5 shades, but it's not in that quint packaging where you have the diamond in the middle and then the 4 shades around. It's just much bigger pans and they're all tall and rectangular. I don't know that any of the Dior holiday release is really calling to me, although there are some really beautiful things in there. I think I'm probably going to skip on that. All right, here is a brand that I have seen all over the internet and I'm really curious about it. But it's kind of like it's had its big release. Everybody's done videos about it. And I don't know that maybe the hype is over or, okay, let me just tell you about it. It's Hung Van Gogh. And I know at the beginning of this month, it was new to Sephora and there have been some really great reviews about it. What really was calling to me were the cheek products and the lip products. But like I said before about blush, I need more blush. Like I need another hole in my head. The bronzers do look pretty, but I also don't need any more bronzers. There's only one eyeshadow palette, although there's a beautiful array of rainbow colors. I think he's really doing like bringing back that really colorful eyeshadow palette. And I like that we're doing monochromatic palettes. I think that's beautiful. I am not going to wear the blue or the green or the reds and pinks or the purples, but there are a couple of neutral palettes, one that's a little bit cooler, one that's a little bit warmer that do look beautiful. But I have so much neutral eyeshadow, I would try it to see what the brand is like, but I don't know that I really need to do that since there have been so many other people doing it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you curious about Hung Van Gogh? Do you think I should try it? Prices are not that bad, anywhere from $22 to $49, already available at Sephora. If you have purchased any, what are your thoughts? All right, this is already out and available, has been sold out a couple of times, coming back into stock, but it's new from Byredo. It's their Bibliophilia eyeshadow palette. And I feel like I keep really wanting to connect with the Byredo large palette. And every time there is one, there's always one thing that's holding me back. And right now it's the red eyeshadows in this palette. I don't know that I'm comfortable paying the $100+ for this. I'm not sure. It's $110. And then to have shadows in there that I know for sure I'm not going to use. And it's kind of like that bottom right corner where you've got a lot of those deeper red shades that just kind of have me going, eh. And then there's a lot of other shades that look kind of close together, like the browns. I know there's probably a nuance to them and there's some difference, but I don't know that I have to have it. And if I'm spending $110 on an eyeshadow palette, I really want to love it. I really want to be like obsessed and I'm going to use it every day. And it always gets pushed to the sidelines, which is why I remind myself, do I really, really have to have it? I don't think so. If you picked it up, what are your thoughts? Are you loving it? Not that long ago, I picked up a lip set from Sephora, and it was a give me more nude lips, or I don't know. It was a nude lipstick set that had, 3 full size and then a bunch of little teeny tiny samples. And I liked it at first, and then after evaluating it, I realized there's only 2 things in there that I keep reaching for, and everything else has gotten lost. Misplaced, lost, acquired by the children, I don't know. But when I saw the new one for Sephora's favorites, the lip value set, this made me long for the days where they had the Give Me More lip kits where they were really big. It wasn't just the lip kit set, but like the bonus holiday one that came in the big box where you had several full size and then really nice travel size. I mean, they were more than like little mini samples. They were like a miniature. And this here, it's still a lot of glossy lips, a liner, a balm. I'm kind of craving more bullet products right now, and I think there might only be, is there even any bullet products in here? I don't think so. I think most of them, no, there's one bullet product, but it's going to be one of those tart maracuja, really soft, kind of balmy sort of situations. I know that they're probably putting out what people are craving, but it's not what I'm craving. So this is a total skip for me. And then I looked at the rest of the holiday sets that come in those kind of poofy bags, the Sephora favorites. And there was one for hair, and there was, a whole bunch of different ones with makeup or skincare. And I'm just kind of underwhelmed. I don't know that I need any of them. So if you have a different opinion, let me know what that is. But the lip set is $52 from Sephora. All right, this was kind of interesting. I don't know about this. And the reason I don't know is because I think it would be interesting to have, but I don't know how much I would actually use it. And it's already available. It's the new MAC Pro Lip Erase. And it's kind of like a concealer for your lips. And part of me remembers concealer lips from a decade plus ago. And I was like, no more concealer lips. And I never got into it during that time. But this, instead of being more like a concealer lip, you can also use this as a base to blank out your natural lip color. And so if you have a really predominant lip color, or you want to get a true to whatever comes in the package shade, if you want to make sure it actually looks like this, you could put this product down to blank out your lips and then get the true color from the package itself. I think that's interesting, but I don't know that I have to have it. I was this close to purchasing it, but I was like, one more lip thing in my giant plethora here. So I kind of said no. But I'm curious if I ever end up at the MAC store, if I see it, will I pick it up? Let me know if you've tried this, if this is on your list of things that you have to have. Oh, more blush, but she's so pretty. There is new blush, powder blush from Burberry. It's inspired by natural hues of the British outdoors. It's supposed to have long-lasting color with 8 hours of wear. It's supposed to seamlessly blend on top of makeup, a blurred, luminous matte color infused with enhancing pigments to deliver the perfect natural flush of color. But with the exception of that one almost red shade, everything else is so fair. So fair. Like they would maybe work for me, but not a lot of other people. And I like to see a wider range of shades when it comes to a blush release. I know that sometimes these luxury houses cater to, whoever their current customer is, but I feel like they could have so many more customers if they were just to kind of open the doors a little bit wider. So this is not going to happen for me. They do look pretty, but they're almost $50 each. They're $49. I think this is going to be a pass for me. All right, here's something that I have because it was sent to me. And if you're curious, yes, it's worth it. I'm wearing it today. It's the Merit Mini Flush Balm Trio. I have 2 of the 3 shades right here on my desk, and the color, my cheek color, and I also put some on my lips today, is one of these. It's in Postmodern. Postmodern is not limited edition. The shade that is limited edition is called Redux. But there are two shades in their existing collection that you might already have, Le Bon Bon Postmodern, and the limited edition shade for this holiday is called Redux, and it's definitely a little bit on the warmer side. But I love this little set. I've been using it quite a lot, and I'm grateful that they sent it to me. But if you were curious, do I love it? Yeah, and I really like it. I think it works really, really well. $39 if you're curious. Okay, here's something that I saw. There's a lot of like holiday sets, always from Tarte, but I want to be inspired and I'm not being inspired. I feel like I'm coming down kind of harsh on Tarte, but these are new sets at Sephora. They've got like the Little Treats Maracuja Juicy Lip Trio for $25. They've got a blush and lip multi-stick trio for $35. Those just look like giant chapsticks, don't they? In little lavender packaging. I'm not excited by any of this. They have their tubing must-have vault, I guess tubing mascaras. They have a Kindness Cafe collector set for $59. I wonder if that's the eyeshadow palettes. I don't know. None of this is exciting to me. None of this makes me want to rush out and buy Tarte. And I remember there was a time like in the early 2010s when I bought so much Tarte. I had so much Tarte. Maybe Tarte's season is over. I don't know. Or maybe people who are buying it are dyed-in-the-wool Tarte users. But it's been a long time since Tarte released anything that I had to have. I'm always rooting for Tarte. I'm almost always rooting for all brands, but this holiday collection feels very juvenile to me. Like it would be good for somebody who's just getting into makeup or somebody who doesn't want to look like they're wearing a lot of makeup, wants really light, barely there. And that's not the sort of consumer that I am. I mean, you're going to see my makeup. You're going to tell that I'm wearing it. All right, here is a set that I got last year and I really liked. And if you were curious as to if it's worth it, I think so. Even more so this year. It's at Sephora. This is the Makeup Forever Mini Artist Color Lip Pencil Set. They have a mini size. I still have some of mine from last year, like within reach, and I love the colors. I love this formula. This is not the longwear formula. This is just the original formula. And I think it's so creamy and so lovely. And it works really, really beautifully. I'm not going to get this year's set because I still have ones from last year that I'm using. But it has Endless Cacao, Anywhere Caffeine, Wherever Walnut, Limitless Brown, and Boundless Berry. So perfect shades for very neutral, nude sort of lips. It's $39. Totally worth it if you ask me. I think they're beautiful. Okay, there's a new blush from Glossier. I'm saying no to blush right now, but this is one that kind of caught my attention. This is their Cloud Paint Plush Blush. It's kind of a pillowy, soft texture. I've seen people liken it to that soft matte blush from Rare that is kind of pillowy and bouncy and kind of mousse-like. And I feel like I already have textures like that. I've got ones from M that I really like. I've got the one from Rare that I really like. So I'm happy to pass on these, but these actually did excite me. These would make me kind of go, ooh, maybe I need some. And I think the price point is a little bit better because they're $26 a piece, but still, I think I'm going to pass on these for the time being, unless I'm in Sephora swatching and there's one color that just jumps right out at me. But this is probably a no. All right, something else that I'm passing on. I feel like I'm kind of surprising myself with this. I really was so close to ordering it. Like it was in my cart, out of my cart, in my cart, out of my cart. It's still in my favorite list at Sephora, but it's the new Natasha Denona Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone eyeshadow palette. And it is the soft one. I mean, because they have like a soft one and then they have, oh, what's the other one called? They have one that's more dramatic. And I feel like the soft one would be better suited towards my fair skin tone. But truthfully, I just need to reach for the Natasha Denona nude palettes that I already have. The more dramatic one has a whole row of metallics in there, and there's only like 2 or 3 metallics in the soft version of this. And if I want nudes that are from Natasha Denona, I have the gold palette. Or the golden palette. I have the glam palette. I have the I Need a Warm. I have the I Need a Nude. I have all of the nude palettes. Like I really don't need to get this. I could pull them out, open them up in front of me on my desk here, and just have fun playing in those similar colors and textures. So I'm saying no to this, although they do look beautiful. Now, if somebody were to give me one of these, would I use it? Oh, you betcha I would. But I think that for the $82, since I already have the Natasha Denona colors that I like, in larger palettes, the 15 pan palettes, it's very easy for me to skip on this. But it is beautiful. All right, here's another set that I think is amazing and was sent to me by Merit. If you're curious about it, I will list the video for you here in the eye where I try it on. But this is the Archival lip set, something else that's sitting right here on my desk in front of me. It's the lip blush, the gloss, and the pencil, and it's so good. I'm using the lip pencil today with a little bit of the blush on top for my lip look, but I really have been reaching for all of these quite a lot since I got it. If you're looking for something that's very soft, if you're looking for something that's not too much and you like a mauve shade, you'd really like the Archival set. It is a little pricey. It's $52. But I think it's 3 full-size products. I love all of the formulas. I love the lip oil. It's so good. I love the lip blush. There's only been 2 Merit lip blushes to this point, and they're very sheer, and they're very lightweight, and they're very hydrating, and they're matte. So, so good. And I'm addicted. This is like my 5th. Yes, my 5th liner. Really, really love. So if you're curious, I think it's fantastic. All right, when I saw this, I was like, who is this for? Is this for an adult? I don't think so. It's new from Too Faced. It's currently available at Ulta. It's the Fairy Tale Crush Blush and Highlighter set. Okay, when I saw like this neon yellow and the hot pink and the embossing of the heart on the pan, it reminded me of Claire's makeup. It reminded me of something for a little girl. Now, I am all for a little bit of nostalgia. I'm all for a little bit of that childhood delight. I don't need everything to be the most luxe, expensive thing ever, but this doesn't even call to me in the slightest. I don't even know that my teenage kids will like this. I've got a 15 and a 17-year-old. They love makeup just as much as mom, but this, I don't know that this would be for any of us. So I don't even know who this is for. So that, to me, I saw that and I was like, who asked for this? And it's $40. All right. Remember how I said earlier, I feel like Lancome is turning the ship around? I definitely get that feeling because they launched a new liquid blush. It's their Skinny Doll Juicy Liquid Blush. It's an ultra creamy formula that melts into the skin and layers on both liquid and powder formulas. So they're saying it's going to work whether you've powdered your skin or whether you're putting it over other liquids. I think that's fantastic. Now, I am not buying blush at the moment, but if I was, I might get one of these. I just really feel like there is finally something interesting about Lancome again. I know they've got a dual-ended concealer coming out in Asia. When are we getting it here in the States? I just really feel like they're finally doing things that are worth paying attention to. Loved their release this summer of their glossy lip, their juicy lip treat. I think that was fantastic. I think they're doing a lot of things right, and their holiday release looks really interesting. This looks interesting. I'm very glad to see it. These are $38 a piece, but let me know, are you finally becoming interested in Lancome again, or did you never leave? Have you always been a Lancome fan? Let me know. All right, the NARS holiday collection is going to be available soon, or is it already? Oh, it's already available at NARS. But they have a couple of blush palettes. They have a highlight. They have one of their correcting multi-toned powders, eyeshadows, lipstick. There's even a cushion. Like, they've got a ton of stuff. Is any of it calling to me? No. I'm rooting for NARS. Now, I'm not saying that any of this is bad. I'm just saying that since I'm not buying blush right now, if I was going to get anything, I'd probably get the soft toned blush and highlighter palettes in here, like the blush, the bronzer, and the highlight. But I don't need any more cheek products at the moment. The eyeshadow quad is definitely not in my wheelhouse. And I feel like powder highlights are really touchy for me now that I'm 50. I feel like certain ones work really well and other ones only bring out texture. So it'd be something I'd have to check in store before I just like plunk down my cash and purchase it like I would at 35. Those days are over. I'm leaning more towards balms and liquids for highlights. But if I do a powder highlight like I am today, it's very subtle. It's from Dior, but it has to be the right type of highlight. So I don't know that there's anything here that is really beckoning me that makes me want to purchase it, but it is very, very pretty, already available. This is kind of interesting, something new from Huda Beauty, kind of repackaging some faves. This is the Easy Bake Loose Powder Brightening and Correcting Duo. They have cherry and peach together, and then they have pink and pumpkin together. So if you have a fairer complexion, you can go for the lighter powders, or a richer complexion, you can go for the deeper powders. But I think that's so smart. And you know what's funny is I haven't been reaching for my Huda Beauty powder in so long. I finally started reaching for it again. I'm wearing it today. And I think I was just over applying before because man, this powder is so blurring. I feel like with the light hand, it actually does a really, really great job, and I like the look of it. I don't know that I'm going to rush out and get this, but I know this is probably going to be a very popular product because people are liking tinted powders right now for correction, for brightening, for all of that. And to have two of them together, they also have a sifter where you can, close one side or the other, or have both sides open at the same time so you can mix and match the powders to your heart's content. Looks like they're available on the 26th and they're $45 a piece. Anastasia Beverly Hills has a new brow pen. This is of interest to me. I'm always looking for the teeniest, tiniest way to do my eyebrows to fill in just single hair areas. And they have their new improved micro stroke detailing brow pen that has 24-hour wear. So my current problems are, as I age, my brows are lighter than they used to be. They're also thinning. The older I get, the less eyebrow hair I have. And I'm too lazy to put an eyebrow serum in my eyebrows to keep them full and fluffy. I should. When I do that, they look much better, but I just don't. I haven't gotten them tinted, so I really fill my eyebrows. I fill them in. And this looks like a really beautiful way to do it. A long wearing microfine detailing pen to create realistic hair-like strokes for a full defined brow with a natural finish that lasts up to 24 hours. Here's what I liked when I saw it. It has a balanced ink flow, a comfortable grip, and a sleek design, and a thin 0.1 millimeter brush tip with a built-in spoolie. The last brow pen I had from Natasha Denona did not come with a spoolie. This one has a super micro, this makes me want to buy it. This is something I might have to go and try. And of course, there's plenty of shades. Looks like there's 9 shades of this. And it's already available. This is something that I think I'm going to have to try. I'm always looking for the next greatest thing for eyebrows. Have you tried it? If you have, let me know what your thoughts are. Okay, last thing I'm going to talk about is that holiday palette from Hourglass. I love me an Hourglass powder so much. I'm wearing one today. I think it's fantastic. I really love it. But I still have last year's Dragon palette. And I haven't really used it that much. Now, is there anything wrong with it? No. I mean, I think I've used this one more than I've used some of the other ones. And if I were to get a palette this year, it would definitely be the Deer palette, which is the fairest of them all. Oh, it sounds like Snow White. No, but is the lightest one. But I just keep reminding myself how many Hourglass palettes I have. Now, these are great when you want to travel and only take one thing with you, because I will be able to use, I have a setting powder in here, highlight, blush, bronzer that I can use as eyeshadows. I mean, I can do a whole face with this, and I really, really like it. The quality is amazing, but I don't know that I personally need another one of these. If I were to get it as a gift, I would love it. I would use it, but I don't know that I'm spending my dollars to run out and get it. Is that a kind of like a hot take? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Because I love these palettes so much. I think they're so good, but I still have a lot of them. And I need to use the ones that I have before I go and get more. I feel like we're seeing a lot of shades get put in, these collections that are not new. They're not limited edition. They're just We've seen them before, and I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that. But it just, nothing is really grabbing me and screaming, you have to own me. I think last year when I like broke down and got this, I used it a lot, probably through about March, and then it kind of got dethroned. And I feel like I need to put it back in rotation, because instead of wanting the new Hourglass palette from this year, I need to use the one that I have because it is so good. So good. There you have it. My current thoughts on what's out there. Did I talk about everything? No, we'd be here all day. But I would love to know if I talked about anything that really made you sit up and pay attention. What was it? Or ones that you were like, there's no way I'm buying that. What are you talking about? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so, so much for making the time to watch. If you're curious what's on my face, I will list that all in the description box down below. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you again soon.